Hello, my friends. Yes, so those arcade games were kind of fun, and I've got another Switch game, a more recent one. I've got Battle Chasers. THQ Nordic sent me a code to check this game out, and I've been wanting to play this. I played this at just before E3 last year. It's Battle Chasers Nightwar. Joe Madeira, I believe, is a big part of this game. He worked on the Darksiders action RPG series, and he's a comic book artist. I think Blaine Farrell, if he is watching, he will correct me if I'm wrong on any of this comic booky stuff. But Battle Chasers is kind of like a classic turn-based role-playing experience. And I haven't played any of it, so I'm touching it for the very first time, apart from my playtest many months ago. I'll just make sure that I've got the audio set okay. Let us know. Blake is going to join me here in a second. He's going to read along on the chat. So if you've got comments, questions, whatever, put it in all caps for us. We're going to continue. I don't think we've seen any of this story stuff at all yet, but let's jump into Battle Chasers Nightwar and find out what this game is all about. And because we've got a little bit more time today, so I'm not going to put any time on the clock. I kind of have to wrap up around 2 o'clock Pacific here, but we'll get a nice good taste of this game. And if anybody has played this, they can. You guys can help me out on some of the mechanics, and I'll try to be able to speak and play. I'll try. Okay. Welcome to Let's Play and Chat.
Make some noise in the game.
Okay. I took the music off, so it's pretty quiet right now.
Really quiet.
I can turn up the game audio.
That should be fine.
Right about there.
Oh, there we go.
How's that? Is that better?
Yeah.
Okay. Debris.
Can you swing a sword or something? Or like make noise? Okay. That should be good.
Is that okay? Okay, let us know if it sounds okay, and okay, I'll be able to figure it out. It's a classic 16-bit arcade.
Hi, everybody.
16-bit RPG. Thank you, Blair.
Yeah, let me know if it gets too loud or too quiet once Vic starts making noise in the game.
Okay, so I'm this little Link-looking person. And
Yeah, I thought it was Link when the loading screen for the game came on.
looks
It
cool,
looks
huh?
like Link, exactly like. Anytime you see a character,
You're awake.
anytime you see a character in a green
Breno,
hoodie,
you're all right.
Yes. Are you feeling
feeling-
better? You've been resting for a few hours.
this is a good time for ASMR.
Was I dreaming, or did you read about this?
Yeah, let me know if the audio's good or
I'm
bad.
getting an echo in my headset, but I don't know if that's because we're going through the Elgato or whatever.
Echo from the game.
Yeah,
Can I see?
yeah.
You can hear it right there.
Make some noise.
So they're talking, so you can hear the echo as they're
Will
talking.
be opened. Place it
Then what happened?
I don't know.
I don't think there's anything we can do.
I don't know. I didn't hear it in the over on my end.
Oh, you didn't?
Yeah.
we don't know.
Audio in a live stream is really tricky.
Okay, but I can hear a little bit of this. So there is, it's not just reading it, you actually get some voiceover in this game, which is nice. Garrison fell through the portal as well.
Monica.
Sam Hain 111 says the art design is gorgeous.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's pretty
They could be
cool.
hurt.
Garrison
It's got a nice aesthetic to it.
I'm so woozy, but we don't have an. I'll be fine.
First, allow me to
Little Green
filter
Riding
who will
Hood.
need Garrison.
Okay, so Calabretto has joined the party, so switching, oh, I didn't read that.
So-
Calabretto's revitalized, I guess I just,
What's the premise of this game, Vic?
okay, cool. I have no idea, man.
It's a turn-based or
Yeah,
RTS,
it's
right?
It's a role-playing experience, like a 16-bit, like a classic square type game.
So it's RTS, not turn-based, right?
Well, it's not a strategy game; it's a role-playing game.
Okay. But is the combat real-time or turn-based? I guess we'll find out when we get into a fight.
Yeah,
right?
I believe it was turn-based.
Okay.
Okay, got some stuff. Opening up some chests. This looks amazing.
And this was kickstarted? People were saying in the chat that it was kickstarted?
I believe it was, yeah. And then THQ picked up the distribution rights, and I believe the idea is to create a new franchise, and this is the beginning of it. So it's not as ambitious and big as something like Darksiders, I always get Darkstalkers and Darksiders. It's not as big and ambitious as Darksiders.
But that
was.
robot's from Darksiders, isn't he?
No.
I'm just kidding. It looks like the Darksiders.
Oh, from Darkstalkers?
Oh,
we're going to confuse everything.
Isn't there a big robot like that in Darksiders? I don't know.
No, it was the Horsemen of the Apocalypse.
But didn't one of them have big robot armor?
They had armor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. That game was so long ago. It was like so many games come out.
They've remastered it and remade it and stuff.
Yep.
Okay, so we're just traipsing through the forest. We're looking for some activity. Don't step in the goo.
Johnny McFly
What's
wants your thoughts on Fallout 76. We kind of talked about it yesterday, but the big news today was basically a rumor from some source said that it is going to be an online game, so it's like what you predicted yesterday in the rundown.
Yeah, I feel like that's a real opportunity. It's one of these evergreen games, man. Like you never finish them, and you play them forever, and lots of people subscribe and buy little bits and pieces of it. That's the economics of it, but you can make people really love that experience. I know the Elder Scrolls Online has got tons and tons of fans that really love it. And when I played it, I was like, this is cool. I hate to say that I complain about how many games I get to play, but
most people don't keep playing a game years later, so.
But a lot of people do. A lot of people just find their thing, and it's their addiction, and they play for a couple hours every day, and I just can't do that. I have to review too many things, but I'd probably play the Elder Scrolls Online if I could.
I rewatched the teaser trailer for Fallout 76, and there's a line in the trailer that I noticed where someone over a PA talks about rebuilding. So I think maybe in the base building stuff in Fallout 4 was really popular.
Yeah.
So this might be some kind of like Minecraft thing.
This looks amazing.
So it is turn-based.
It's turn-based.
And you're fighting a ball of green.
It's beautiful,
snot.
and Blair, you tell me, Blair Farrell, you played this game already because it came out on other platforms. I think it's new to the Switch, but isn't the Switch the perfect place to play a game like this? You can pick up your story and walk away with it and play it again, while you're traveling.
The Switch is the perfect place to play any game because you can do it in bed.
True.
That's the most important thing.
Stop talking about Fallout. Finite Joy says he's too hyped already.
I just hope I can finish the game.
Or she.
I'm still mad at Fallout 4.
Yes.
That's my game-breaking glitch I got in the last 10 minutes.
Did they never patch that?
Well, I gave up on it, so I don't know. Maybe it's been patched by now, but...
The Pip-Boy is old, Rampant Monkey says. It takes place between 2 and 3.
Okay. I think it's going to come out this year because there's
You got to grind a lot in this game, Blair Farrell says.
There's a calendar in the teaser. Everyone's analyzed the teaser trailer frame by frame, right?
This is Bethesda's new thing. Yeah. They release it this year.
There's
sure.
There's a calendar that says October 26th.
Oh, really?
Or October 27th.
Wow.
So it's probably going to be this year, October 27th of this year.
Crazy.
Yeah, Bethesda's good about teasing stuff. They know how to do it and drive up the hype.
Acknowledged. Okay, so now we're in this sort of overmap kind of thing. We've seen things like this is gorgeous. Wow, this is really lovely.
Timberwolf is saying that this is more evidence that Diablo should be on the Switch.
Totally.
Yeah, this kind of has that Diablo look to it.
I mean, honestly, Bethesda, it not only should be on the Switch, it should be on iPads and tablets.
Mobile version?
I don't think so. I don't. Yeah. I mean, maybe by now they put Diablo 2 or something like that, but Diablo 3 would work on modern iPads and it would look amazing.
Yeah.
But it would be incredible on the Switch too.
I would be shocked if we didn't have a Switch announcement for Diablo at E3 this year. Like, I would be very surprised if that doesn't happen.
This is dope. I like this a lot already.
It's not every day you get to see a giant robot punch a giant spider.
and goo. Goo with teeth.
And watch Link fight two giant balls of green snot.
I mean, it's all about the production and the art design. This is gorgeous, man.
It's beautiful.
All right, let's do Obliterate. Why not?
It's got nice animations, too, like the robot when he just moved, everything kind of chunking together.
And let's do a scatter shot. Boom. Boosh!
I hope you guys can hear the game. Let us know if it sounds good. So what different attacks do you have? Do you have special?
I've got abilities, and I've got my my gut punch and a defensive matrix, and then I'm going to heal.
Oh, did you kill the spider already? It looks like you did.
I did, yeah.
It's gonna rain tomorrow. Kill the spider. Oh, Timberwolf just gave us a super chat. Thanks, Timberwolf.
Thank you very much. I want to item. There we go. Restore.
Why are your hands so big? Is that just you're wearing giant
I think
gloves?
that's a Joey Mad kind of deal. I think that's what he does. Okay, here we go.
Who's Joey Mad?
Joe Madera. I hope I'm saying his name right. He's the artist that
Okay.
that has sort of moved from awesome comic designs to working on games. He worked on Darksiders.
That's why it looks so similar to Darksiders.
Yeah.
The robot guy.
Yeah, he got kind of burned in the whole THQ, bankruptcy, and because those games are amazing. They're still working on Darksiders 3, as far as I know, so we'll probably still get that. Maybe next year, actually. One of the last games for the sort of current generation.
So is it just a coincidence that he's involved with this game and it happens to be published by THQ Nordic?
No, it's THQ Nordic that's also bringing us back Darksiders, but something has happened that it's been delayed, and it's a little vague, right? Like they're not a huge company like they were when they were based in Southern California. They're kind of they merged with the Nordic brand, so they're European based now, and they're a little bit more fiscally constrained and responsible. They can't obviously go into the bankruptcy thing again like they did. So they entered with a couple of games last year that I don't think did very well. I think this one's been doing pretty well for them, but they're taking slower steps.
What's the subtitle on this game again? It's
Nightwar.
It's called Battle Chasers.
Blair Farrell says that there was a problem with Unity engine on the Switch.
So this is based on a comic he did.
Is it?
There's a Battle Chasers comic that he wrote.
Okay.
Just according to Wikipedia.
And there's probably a Battle Chasers pen and paper game as well, I would imagine, right?
We're so knowledgeable. We know all these things. I didn't Google that just now. Yeah, no, this is based on a comic book that Joe Madera wrote.
So he's already got all these awesome character designs and everything.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yay, we figured something out. We're smart. Rampant Monkey does kind of look like Full Metal Alchemist.
Yeah, it does. Absolutely. I'm going to heal a little bit. Why not? And oh, not my mana. That's all right. Nice. Way to go, Bretto. I love the comic booky thing here. This is great.
Blair Farrell is curious because the PS4 version came out last year. Is it because the PS4 version came out last year and had a lot of patches? He's wondering if the Switch version is tweaked already.
Right.
You know, like, does it come with all that polish that they made post-launch?
I have no idea yet. I mean, this is my first time sort of getting into it.
You'd think it would. I mean, maybe it doesn't have all the DLC and stuff, but usually they always have, if there's a patch.
It's the latest.
Yeah, if there's a glitch or something wrong with the game that they fixed, they'll almost always have it.
This is slick, though, man.
Yeah,
I'm
it looks pretty
impressed.
good. But I mean, how long is the game? There might be stuff 30 hours in that.
Right.
That's not apparent right now, right?
Okay, so let's go this way.
Rampant Monkey wants your thoughts on the new Pokemon games for the Switch.
I started to play the Quest game, right? Pokemon Quest or something like that. Just a little bit, but it's pretty sleepy. It's not.
It's very mobile game.
Yeah, but I like the art style, and I'm super psyched about the connection with Go and all that stuff with the new the Pokemon Pikachu and the Pokemon Eevee.
Here's the question, though, the thing I'm wondering about.
Yeah.
They've said a hardcore, serious Pokemon RPG is coming in 2019. They haven't said what platform it's going to be on. So do you think it's going to be on the 3DS, or is it going to be on the Switch, or is it going to be on Nintendo's next handheld?
What, the hardcore Pokemon
Yeah,
game?
the one that's coming out in 2019.
That's a Switch game.
They haven't said what platform it's on, though.
It is, though.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Because they didn't. I watched the video very carefully, They didn't actually say Switch.
I think people have followed up to get a confirmation, and I've heard that definitively in 2019 it's coming to the Switch.
Okay. Because that would be interesting if it.
They got another handheld.
Yeah, if there's a 3DS replacement that launches in late 2019.
How does Nintendo sell another handheld? Would you guys buy another Nintendo handheld?
If it was like, I don't know, call it it's like some better version of the 3DS with better graphics.
That'd be a Switch.
Yeah, I guess that's.
Like, how do they do it now? You know.
I guess they can make like a Switch Lite. It's like a smaller, cheaper version of the Switch.
And why carve up the development responsibilities? You know. Healing Wave. Let's do this.
Darkstorm CH007 is asking, do we still play Pokemon Go? No, I don't.
My daughter asks us to load up the app every once in a while. She totally saw the attraction with it. I think it's super cool.
I was big into it when it came out.
Yeah, I know.
But I sort of piddled off, I don't know.
When the Switch came out.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah,
like,
when the Switch
mobile
came
games
out,
are really hard to get into since
touched my
the Switch.
PS4.
Yeah. Since the Switch came out. Yeah. You know, because I carry my Switch around with me quite often, and if I've got my Switch and my mobile phone, even if there's a pretty cool game on the iPhone, I'm not playing that. I'm playing the Switch. If I'm going to play a game, I'm going to open up the Switch and play the Switch. You know?
Definitely.
So I don't know how Nintendo sells another handheld. I just don't know. Like, unless they do a Game Boy Classic that will play all of the software and it opens up the store, and which would be amazing. But then why not just have that?
Why not just
for
have that on the Switch?
Right.
Paul Adamson says, "I'd get something bigger than the Switch if it became available."
Sure. Yeah.
Would you want a bigger Switch?
Absolutely.
Really?
Yeah, I love the idea. Like, I love this iPad screen.
It's too big.
That's too big, but still,
too big for me.
It would be amazing to have something that's like a mini TV that you could put controllers on.
Yeah, but you just plug it into a TV if you want to.
Yeah, but this can go everywhere.
I think the Switch, for me, it's a good size. I wouldn't want it to be any bigger, but I could see them making a smaller and a bigger version to have different form factors just for people who want it. I guess that would make sense. I could see them doing that like maybe in the next year or two. Might be too soon to start doing it now.
I need to heal. Who can I heal? Oh, I can heal. That's it. They target him. Okay. Boom. Okay, and we are going to...
Paul Adamson, I haven't tried Jurassic World Pokemon Go ripoff game. What's it called?
I think that's it.
That's what it's called? Yeah, I haven't tried it yet.
Pokemon Go, Jurassic Go.
Yeah, it's called Jurassic Go. Dinosaur Go. You haven't tried it yet, I take it either, Vic?
No, I could have got in on the beta, but I was at Judges Week, so I
because it had a soft launch in Canada.
Yeah,
I think,
They were wanting me to check it out, but I just haven't had the time. Unfortunately, I've been playing a million other games.
And also the amount of battery that those AR games take up, like my phone would be dead in 5 minutes.
Right,
so.
right.
That's always a concern of mine, is running out of battery, because my phone's like 3 years old, so the battery goes in like 5 minutes if I do crazy shit.
I want to check it out. I definitely want to check it out, and I'm psyched to see the improvements to Pokemon Go, and I'm always down for new portable games, but for new mobile games, but I definitely find that since the Switch came out, and if I've got the Switch, I'll load up a Switch game, and there's so many games on the machine now that like it is busting. There's lots of great titles on this thing.
Do you think, because that Pokemon Quest game was clearly made as a mobile game first, that they decided to put on the Switch?
Yeah.
Do you think Nintendo will do more of that, and should they?
I think they're seeing a direct correlation to players that love their software that also were spending time on mobile, shifting their focus to the Switch. I think the Switch is succeeding at almost everything it was set out to do, and they are now saying, well, why are we just focusing on mobile when this stuff will also work on our platform?
But remember what Tommy was saying the other day when you were interviewing him? Mm-hmm. He was saying how it used to be curated, now it's just a dumping ground for shit. Because that Pokemon Quest game is not very good. It's very mobile.
Right.
It doesn't feel like it belongs on a Switch.
Gotcha.
So I'm just worried if
have you played enough to say that though?
I played it for like half an hour.
Is that enough to kind of call that?
No, that's true. I shouldn't say that yet. But my first impressions of it were not. It was just like, okay, whatever. It's a mobile game.
Okay.
I'm just worried that because the Switch could very easily become a dumping ground for mobile games. They could just release every mobile game on the Switch, but is that a good idea?
No.
I don't think so. They should be a little bit picky.
So we got to go north here.
Jordan Cunningham is saying that they'd never take the Switch out because worried about getting it ruined. You can't really have that fear with technology. I mean, if you have a laptop or a Switch or a 3DS, you can be careful with it, no matter how careful
I get what Jordan's saying though, because there's no backup for your save games and stuff like that right now. So if you bust this,
that's a good point.
You're losing all of your.
I'm thinking for technology in general. It's gonna get scuffed up, Yeah, it's gonna happen.
I travel with mine, and I use it in hotel rooms and on the planes and on buses and trains everywhere.
You haven't scratched yours yet, right?
I don't think so.
Yeah, and I travel with it too.
Yeah,
and I haven't scratched mine either.
Half pint or full? What do we want? We want to. Do we have some items we can sell? Let's see.
Yeah, Timberwolf, a new Switch with more internal memory would definitely be good. Because that Switch memory goes up pretty quick.
Yes, I've downloaded Earthlock to this machine, and I just had to delete a bunch of things and all the videos that I had saved on.
And the cartridges too.
Yeah.
Don't even the Doom game doesn't even fit on a Switch cartridge. You have to download extra
definitely
stuff.
things to improve on the Switch, but it's remarkable.
It's a great little piece of technology.
How good it is, and how much power it has, because it's really a mobile device. It's really like a phone in a way, but it's really solid.
Do you think we'll see the HoloLens from Microsoft at E3? Isn't that out? Didn't they soft launch that thing already?
It is out, and you can buy it now. I don't know if they're going to do but it's expensive, and it's more for developers or for professional applications.
Yeah. It hasn't been getting a wide retail.
And I don't know if they will. I mean, I feel like Microsoft would be more. I think they're a little gun shy because of Kinect to just start throwing their weight around other technologies that are augmentative to what they've already got.
Well, as long as they don't force users to have it,
yeah,
as a way to spy on them to make sure that not more than 5 people are watching a movie, on their console. Like if they don't do ridiculous stuff with it, then it should be fine.
So
that was part of the problem with
Kinect,
right?
I like when games tell you should just sell all this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What do you mean?
Because when I'm in my menu here, and these are the crafting ingredients, my consumables, my fishing, my all my items. I like when there's a column that says sell all this. You found a bunch of things, you can't use it, just sell it. You got some money.
Maybe you will use it eventually.
Some of them, yeah, but in a lot of games you pick up stuff that you won't use or you don't need or whatever,
Right.
And I like that embedded. Like Far Cry does that.
Yeah.
Sell all the stuff that you don't need.
Fallout's pretty bad for that.
Yeah.
Like how many?
Because you spend a lot of time just reading all of this stuff to see whether this is actually going to be useful to you or not. And right now, none of it is, because I probably can't even craft right now. But do I want to sell it? And I don't think I do. So I don't have much. I can buy some stuff. Let's see what we got here.
Oh, that's cool.
Granny's Batwing Pie? Are you kidding me? Oh my God, they made this game for me! I can't believe it.
She made pie just for you, Batwing.
What? That's amazing. That's so cool. There's some fishing lures. Okay. I guess we go over here.
Do you know what's the story of the game?
I don't really know. I kind of skipped through some of that
fighting
stuff.
Fighting giant spiders.
Yeah, so far. Who the hell are you? That's a rough way to greet strangers.
I suppose we're gonna.
Hey, skin's got to be thick to spin your hammer.
Here we go.
Any questions?
How did you lot it?
We came in on an airship as we approached.
So they came in on an airship. Pirates approached them, ambushed them. Okay. Bandits, just thugs full of hot air. Who do they work for?
Being bandits. Let's let's scatter. As a few.
We were separated for. We think they may.
A few weekly. You can hit that.
If we don't.
Keep your head. Hey.
Speak to the villagers.
I'll see you later.
Okay, so let's go talk. Let's go hit a couple more of these exclamation marks. Let's go see what they have got to say. Let's go over here. Okay. Beastmaster Raha. Look at this.
Who's that? The one on the orange hair?
Yeah, we have a fresh band of
She-
adventurers loose here in the
She
Vale.
definitely works out. She's got abs like that.
Yeah, we've seen our share of battles, and I have. Though, by the way, you hold your blade, not the
Yeah,
same
the
kind.
chat has gotten really off topic, so I'm desperately trying to find questions. And
What are they talking about?
No, well, Tyler Fisher just pointed that out. Yeah, it's off topic. And then he asked a very pertinent question: how are you two doing today?
Doing great.
I'm doing terrible.
Are you really?
Yeah.
Yeah. Tough day today at work. Talking about games and stuff.
This job sucks.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Book of Secrets, the Enchanter.
Jordan Cunningham says the systems I play when I'm out doing stuff are usually the PS Vita, Galaxy S7. Didn't that blow up?
No,
Isn't that the one?
The Note.
Okay.
Note 7.
I was scared there.
If
for
you
a
have the
minute.
coin, I have the wares.
Like, Jordan,
There's
drop it now. It's gonna blow up.
A booty blade.
Do you remember when Samsung had a phone that blew up in people's hands, Vic?
Yeah, the Note.
Can you believe that happened?
They sent
the
me
world we live in?
an early version of that.
Yeah.
I thought, this is great.
It was a
I
great
gave it a
phone,
great review.
but until it started blowing up,
and then, please send that back. It's blowing up everywhere. Okay.
Isn't it great that we live in a world where that happens? And then, like a year later, everyone's totally forgotten about it.
Yeah. The Collector.
Oh, here's a good one. Your thoughts on Metal Gear Survive?
I never played it. I actually didn't. I didn't ask for a code. Never asked for this.
I have a really funny story about that, actually.
Did you play it?
No, but I was playing Far Cry 5 with my friend John, who used to work on EP.
Yeah.
You know John.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the Metal Gear franchise, and I meant to ask him, what are your thoughts on Metal Gear Survive? But I said Metal Gear Rising.
Okay.
So I'm like, so did you ever play Metal Gear Rising? And I meant to say Survive. And he starts telling me, he's like, it really wasn't as bad as you might think. It was actually pretty good. Once you got into it, it was a really good game. I'm just like being polite the whole time. I'm like, really? And then at the end, I was like, I asked him something. He's like, oh, you mean Survive? I'm like, yeah. And he's like, no, that sucks. So the whole time I was like getting really worried about him.
Did he play that too?
Yeah, he said
he plays
it sucks.
everything.
Yeah. But I was like really worried because I'm like, oh shit, he likes Metal Gear Survive. Ugh, I got to stop being friends with this guy.
Ruined that.
So yeah, but then I was relieved to hear he was talking about Metal Gear Rising.
Hey, some people like Metal Gear Survive. Some people bought it and like it.
Yeah, some people like Vaseline on toast.
Yeah, I guess.
There's people who like everything.
You can't fault people for what they love.
Unless what they love is Metal Gear Survive.
There's a rumor floating around that they're going to remake Metal Gear 3 for the PlayStation 4.
I'd play it. Why not?
Yes.
There's been other great Metal Gear remakes. They remastered anyway the first couple of games in this Solid series. Yeah, I'd put Metal Gear 3's already been remade in the remastered or HD collection, right? So.
Yeah, but I think they I just look at Shadow of the Colossus. If anybody can remake stuff to that caliber, that'd
do it that good, it'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Metal Gear Solid 3 is an amazing game.
Johnny McFly says, "What does Microsoft have to do to win back or win at E3 or do well at E3?" I think it's all about
Halo 6, Crimson Skies.
No, it's their investments. It's their surprises in amazing new content that's going to come out this year. That's what's going to do it. If we walk out going, "Oh my God, I can't wait to play those games," those look incredible, and it's got to be more than a couple. I think they've got a good shot at being very successful at E3.
You know what would be cool if Microsoft did? We've been thinking they might do this for a couple of years now. Is some Oculus Rift support for the Xbox One?
Right.
Like the Xbox One X could definitely do VR.
I think anything that they do that lets you go backwards from the PC to the Xbox One in some meaningful, significant way.
Because they already have it
the other way,
yeah.
right? Like, essentially, a lot of what they're offering to PC players is you have an Xbox One built into your machine almost in a lot of ways, right?
So you could play any PC game on your...
that would be the ideal, but that's a lot easier said than done,
Right.
But I feel like, yeah, if existing... I'm going to do my
have some kind of Steam box type functionality for the Xbox One.
That's what I want them to do.
You want them to buy Valve
or partner
with them.
Yeah.
I just want Valve to make games.
And that would be the other part of it too. It's like Microsoft were paying for Half-Life 3, and it's going to be exclusive
If a
to
new,
our platform.
and a couple of people at Timberwolf says this. Yeah,
Yeah.
if a new Half-Life game is announced at E3, I will jizz in my pants.
Oh, God.
That's for me. That's been my for more
no-
than 10
no
years
one
now.
wants to hear that. Like,
We went to E3.
I'm very uncomfortable.
We went to E3 2008.
Yes.
The first E3 I went to, the whole time I was like, I really hope they announce the next Half-Life game. And here we are 10 years later, and I'm still like, I really hope they announce the next Half-Life game.
Pardon me, sir. Are you announcing the new
Excuse me,
Half-Life
Valve.
game? Oh, look at this guy's abilities. I've got Warblade, Rally Strike. They're all action. This is great. Warblade, let's do it. And we are going to Healing Wave.
Leafs fan, do you think Fallout 76...
And we are going to target
Sorry, Vic's deep in thought.
Garrison.
Do you think Fallout 76 was Bethesda's big secret, or do they have something
no.
else they're saving?
No.
Do you think they're going to announce that sci-fi game that they're rumored to be making?
Starfield, yeah. I think we're gonna see some awesome new things.
How do we know the title Starfield? Was that was like
they
a
had
URL?
a trademark.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
trademarked it. Yeah. So they're gonna announce that.
My dude is knocked out, and I can't revive him. Damn it. Okay. I don't think I have any stuff that lets me revive. Let's see. No. Abilities. Protection. No. Okay.
That always strikes me as odd in these type of games where you see the flying creature just hovering in place, because birds can't really do that. You know, they kind of have to move forward.
All
to
of this
fly.
is odd.
They're not a helicopter.
It's just supposed to be an idea of a conceptualization of their battle.
Yeah, you would never have a battle where you just
Yeah.
stand and stare at each other.
I
Let
love
the
it.
other guy hit you and then you hit them. Like, nobody fights like that.
What is nature's boon?
That sounds like
For
something
the
dirty.
next 3 turns, anytime any ally receives damage, they are healed. Okay. Let's obliterate. And go. Oh, you are so dead.
Rampant Monkey says, if Half-Life 3 is released, I will stop smoking.
Oh, yes? You should stop smoking anyway.
Stop smoking what?
Yes. Yeah,
But yeah,
choose
there you
your
go.
smokes carefully.
We should tell that to Valve. That might get them to make it. Excuse me, Gabe.
Yeah. He would like that. Blarb. That
wa-
was actually in the speech bubble right there.
Jordan Cunningham.
Blarb.
Jordan Cunningham wants a HD remaster of Vanquish. That would be pretty cool.
I have heard
Isn't it on the PC?
there's some kind of a Reddit leak of what's at the PlayStation conference, and I heard that Vanquish 2 is on that thing. So it's probably a fake
that'd be good.
thing, but could you imagine Vanquish 2? I would love that.
Yeah, Vanquish is on Steam, right?
It was also free on Xbox One. I think it might still be free.
Is it backwards compatible on the
Yes.
Xbox One? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so, and then so Vanquish 2, if that gets announced, do an HD or 4K remaster of Vanquish 1, just in time for it to come out. That'd be pretty cool.
Incredible.
Yeah.
So Garrison is alive. We're getting close to level 3 for our guys. Let's go.
Ali Vendor says, Marissa Roberto is such a rare gem. What a wonderful soul she is. I miss her on the show. She was fantastic.
We do too. If we were in Toronto, or if she was here, we would be hanging out all the time. We miss her
Or if we
very
worked
much.
for Xbox or HUD.
I don't know if the Xbox would hire all of us.
It was nice because when we saw you, me, and her saw Infinity War together in Montreal. 'cause
Yes.
she was all 3 of us were at that Tomb Raider event.
Yep.
I wasn't gonna see Infinity War because it was a 11 o'clock showing, and I was like, well, it's like 2.5 hour movie. I'm
But Marissa
tired.
was so
But then
psyched.
Marissa was.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, well now I have to go.
Of course.
I want
And then
to.
we had terrible seats. We looked at the movie like this. All had crinks in our neck the next day. But it was a great movie.
It was a great movie, and it was
Yeah.
nice seeing it with you and Marissa.
It
and
was
we
so
could-
fun, right?
Yeah.
I never played Half-Life, Blabler says. Should I play the first game or skip to 2, Blake? Got to play the first game, right?
You know what? No, you don't, because I played Half-Life 2 first.
Yeah.
You really
It's
don't.
way better.
Because the thing is, with Half-Life 2, the story... I could go on for hours about Half-Life 2.
Yeah.
The thing about the brilliance of Half-Life 2's story is how the story is explained through inference. Like, you look at newspaper clippings throughout the world and the dialogue. People don't just sit down and exposit stuff to you. You kind of figure it out as you go.
Ooh.
And the story, using that, jumps in. Like, there's a big gap between the first and second game. So you don't even if you've played the first game, you really wouldn't know what's going on in the second one, and that's intentional.
So I just healed myself. I have 2 abilities here. Pressing up is my consumables, and then I have this healing leaf thing here.
That's cool.
So I can heal my team on the run kind of thing. So I'm exploring a camp. A camp looks like somebody was here recently. The smell is certainly fresh. The bandit Grimbeard drove off.
Who's the bandit Grimbeard?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so back to Half-Life 2.
We are playing this game.
Anyway, in answer to your question, no, you do not need to play Half-Life 1 first. I would actually recommend starting with Half-Life 2.
Patrick Furtado asking the fantastic question, do we think a mini console is coming out from PlayStation or Xbox?
There was a rumor about Sony thinking about it.
I think that they would probably bring us a PlayStation 4 portable when the PlayStation 5 is announced. But it'll be something that will play all the PS4 stuff.
Like the PlayStation 4 Switch?
Yeah, probably you'll hook up to a TV as well. They would absolutely go for that. So give Nintendo a couple more years of being alone in that space. But I think that when the PS5 comes out, which will also definitely play PlayStation 4 games, and rumor is that Sony is actively looking at backwards compatibility right now too. So
Right.
I think that will come. But what I've heard is that it's not so much that the technology isn't there, it's a power supply issue, that the power on the PS4, it would require tremendous batteries and the potential for, city leveling explosions if you're packing around all of that portable power. And Sony's a very meticulous company with the hardware that they make, so
Yeah. Do you think
I want that very much, though.
Johnny McFly? Do you think EA will mention microtransactions at their press conference or avoid it?
They will.
I'm sure they'll mention it very briefly, at least.
I think they're going to say E3 is the wrong place to bring it up. Because
what I mean
skepticism if they say we are avoiding this, or even if they do a mea culpa on it. It will not reflect well.
The reason I think they will is because they already sort of have with the announcement of Battlefield 5.
Yeah.
So I think they might just, in context of talking about Battlefield 5, they might just be like, oh, and there's no loot boxes. It might be that quick of a thing. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do a big 10-minute long story.
I wish they would.
They should, but I don't think they will.
I want EA to be more accessible and approachable, and their developers are. But like corporately, I want them to just say, look, I don't want them to have, I've said this before, I don't ever want them to have to kind of remind us that it's players first. I want them to just, by their actions...
Remember, you're our customer. We respect you.
By their actions, just kind of say, look, we're in this forever. We're going to make you awesome games forever, and we've made some mistakes. We learned from them, and we're not going to do that again. I would just love that kind of blankness, straightforwardness.
They're not going to say that.
Bluntness.
Because they are going to do it again. They're not going to abandon loot boxes altogether.
No.
They make too much money.
This is such a cool game. I just knocked out that guy. Okay.
Tyler Fisher says he wants a EPN reviews on the Run Judgment Day renewal with all the hosts. Logistically, that would be harder than making Infinity War. Because you've had probably 30 different hosts over the years.
Well, one of them's the president of Intellivision now.
Yeah.
And
some of them work for Xbox.
And people are working directly with game companies.
Yeah, some of them haven't been in the industry for 20 years.
I mean, I absolutely would welcome that opportunity 100%. And there's certainly more than enough material out there to make lots of cool content. We certainly could use some partnerships that recognize what we've done before and say, look, let's scale up. Let's make something. We love what you're doing now, but let's grow all of this stuff. That would be amazing. So if you're watching and you're thinking, hey, these guys almost have they look like they've done television before. Maybe we could work with them. You could.
We've done television.
Yeah.
We used to be on television.
But it's a very different time. Everybody's a little bit nervous and shy about spending money, and they don't know where to go. And people are getting very wealthy just streaming Fortnite every day. Like, how do you challenge that? How do you counter program against that?
Timberwolf says EA has made some of the all-time best games for decades and decades.
Absolutely.
The problem is that the people who make those games at EA are not the same people who market the games. They're different people.
This is true. I think that's going to call it for Battle Chasers Nightwar.
Did you? There's a dust thing in there. Did you win the game?
I won. Yeah,
Okay.
it's a short game. It's the shortest RPG I've ever played. It's only 30 minutes long.
Awesome.
No, but I'm totally hooked already, and I can't wait to play more. This is absolutely the type of game that I want to play as I'm traveling around. And I will have a review for you when I've gotten farther into the experience, but that's all I'm going to play for Let's Play and Chat today.
Bye, everyone.
We are coming back with another EP Live tomorrow. Yes, we're going to do 4 this week, so we can't wait to have you join us for that. But that's going to wrap up the show, everybody. Thank you all so much for watching and tuning in, and whether you're watching this as a live presentation or you watch the archive, you rock. Thank you. Remember, we've got lots of other content for you to check out, so please do, and if you dig it, hit subscribe. There's that little bell you got to hit as well. And if you're so inclined, we've got a sponsorship button that you can check out on gaming.youtube.com/EPNTV. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.